Where am I from? I am from you.
And welcome back to Neon Fastique. On this week's episode, we are taking a look at the newly released Doctor Who limited edition set featuring the K-1 robot. And as always, we'll take a look at some previous iterations of Professor Kettlewell's experimental prototype. So let's get started. Okay, so before we unbox this, we'll take a closer look at the packaging itself. Now, as you can see, it's pretty standard packaging from Character Toys. And on the left we have the K-1 robot, and on the right we have Tom Baker's 4th Doctor. Now, it does come complete with the limited edition gold foil sticker on the front there, and on the reverse, as you would expect, 2 full colour photographs of the action figures included, plus a short summary of the story of Robot. Okay, now these are still readily available at all B&M stores up and down the UK at the moment, priced at £19.99, so I think you'll agree that is great value for money. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but we'll take a close look at it later anyway. But the internal of the packaging we can use as display, so that I think that's Professor Kettlewell's office. Now, these figures have been offered previously around 2008, I think it is, for the Doctor Who Classic series. The K-1 robot was offered as the builder-figure. Now, that has become quite sought after by collectors ever since, but I think this is just a remold, a repaint, a repackage. But there are some glaring differences just looking at it off the bat. But we'll take a closer look at this and the builder-figure itself. So, let's get this unboxed and take a closer look at it. Now, straight out of the box, the K-1 robot is really impressive, but there are a couple of issues, unfortunately. Firstly, the limbs and joints seem very loose, causing a few problems with posability, and do be careful removing the figure from the internal figure tray, as a few parts popped off, especially when I opened mine. The attention to detail is phenomenal, and the robot comes complete with its own disintegrator gun. Now, I think that this is the same action figure as the builder figure from 2008, but they have gone to considerable lengths in making this figure more screen accurate. And I would hasten to add that I think this is the most screen accurate K-1 robot to date. But let's take a look at both the builder figure and the latest release for comparison. Right, so here we have both cheeky chappies just hanging out. So obviously on the left we have the 2008 builder figure, okay, and on the right the latest release. Now, apart from the colour pigmentation both on the head and shoulders, they are very similar, but there are a couple of minor differences. Now, the mechanical hand holding the disintegrator gun on the latest release is thinner than that of the 2008 release, okay, and the collar supporting the neck on the latest release is more of a dull matte grey compared to the 2008 release. Okay, now the latest release has more of a metallic finish compared to its older counterpart. But let's turn these figures around and take a look at the reverse. So, as before, on my left the 2008 builder figure, and on my right the latest release. Now, as you can see, apart from the odd paint differences, the robots are very similar. Both are the same height and display the same various points of articulation. One difference being is the manufacturer's details on the lower half of the latest release. Well, let's take a closer look at these two with an earlier release from Dennis Fisher. And there we have it, the original K-1 robot as produced by Dennis Fisher from 1976 for their Doctor Who line. Isn't that really impressive? The trio is complete. Fantastic. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it interesting. As always, thank you very much for your time for watching, and also thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. But as always, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
Oh, I got a live one here.